There was electricity in the air in London. When Taylor Swift got off the stage of her record-breaking performance, she was pumped up. But she was also very tired, even though she was very excited. All of the noise from the crowd, the lights, and the endless energy she put into her show caught up with her. The weight of the night fell on her as she walked into the quiet refuge of her changing room. The door suddenly creaked open, letting a familiar figure in. Travis Kelce, her boyfriend, was there with a sly grin on his face. He had a hot cup of her favorite tea, chamomile, in his hands. "Hey there, superstar," he said, "thought you might need this." Taylor felt warm things in his heart. The little things he did always made her heart melt. As soon as she took a sip of the tea, she felt very sad. The tears began to come out easily. Her exhaustion, her love for Travis, and her pure joy at playing for her fans all came together at that moment. Travis was shocked and ran to her side, giving her a warm hug. Hey, what's wrong?" he asked with worry in his voice. Taylor raised her eyes to meet his, and tears were dancing in them. "It's just everything," she said. "The concert, the energy, your kindness, it's all so overwhelming." Travis gave a soft smile as a sense of understanding came over him. She felt calm and safe as he stroked her hair softly and whispered words of comfort. Travis pulled away all of a sudden, his eyes showing mischief. "Close your eyes," he told her. Taylor was interested, so she did what she was told. After a short time, she felt a light weight around her neck. She gasped when she opened her eyes. The necklace was beautiful. It was a thin chain with a heart-shaped pendant that had their names engraved on it. She shed more tears, but this time they were tears of happiness. "Travis," she whispered, her voice rough from feeling. "It's beautiful." Travis smiled, and his heart grew full of love for her. He answered, "Just like you," and then leaned in for a soft kiss. In the quiet, close space of the changing room at that moment, they were just two people deeply in love. There was no more noise from the crowd, no more stress from fame, and no more tiredness from the night. The love they had for each other was all that counted. It was stronger than anything and would last forever. As Taylor Swift fell asleep on the soft couch in her dressing room, she could still hear the loud roar of the crowd at London's Wembley Stadium. The high from the excitement was wearing off, and I was feeling tired instead. The Eras tour was both exciting and hard work. But tonight, something felt different. She looked up when there was a soft knock on the door. Travis Kelce, her boyfriend and the Kansas City Chiefs star tight end, was there. Tonight, his big smile was filled with kindness, but it could melt a mountain. "Hey there, superstar," he said as he walked in. "Mind if I join you?" Taylor patted the seat next to her with a tired smile on her face. "Hey you," she answered. Travis put his hand on hers and looked at her with awe. He said in a soft voice, "You were amazing out there, Tay. Absolutely breathtaking." Taylor laughed, and there was a hint of self-pity in her voice. "Breathtakingly sweaty, more like it," she stated. Travis shook his head, though, and made soft circles on her hand with his thumb. "Tay, you put your whole heart and soul into every show. It gives me hope." There was a lump in Taylor's throat. She knew Travis knew what drove her and what she loved. She could talk to him about anything. But tonight, something about what he said hit me more deeply. Travis quickly reached into his pocket and took out a small silk box. Tay's heart beat faster. "Was that?" Travis's voice was a little tense as he said, "I know you don't like big signs. But I wanted to show you how much you mean to me, how proud I am of you." When he opened the box, a small silver charm was inside. Taylor let out a gasp. A simple but powerful word was engraved on it, "Always." "Travis," Taylor whispered, her eyes getting teary. She had no words. With a heavy heart, Travis said, "It's a reminder that we'll always have each other, no matter where we are or how crazy life gets. Just like that song you wrote. Taylor agreed, but she couldn't hold back the tears any longer. Now they were pouring out freely, a mix of happiness, thanks, and overwhelming love. Travis held her close, and his warmth made her feel better. Taylor said, "Thank you," in between sobs. "This means more to me than you'll ever know." Travis hugged her and whispered sweet things to her. They talked, laughed, and cried together all night. It was a genuine moment of love that showed how strong their bond was. The London show might have been crazy, but Travis's act was so kind and perfect. In the middle of all the fame and money, it was a reminder that true love was the best gift of all. The lights went out, and the last note could be heard all over Wembley Stadium. As the loud roar of the crowd hit Taylor Swift, her heart raced with a mix of energy and happiness. Her Eras tour had hit its peak in Europe, and London was a tornado of feelings. In the middle of all the chaos, though, she felt a quiet desire for her boyfriend, Travis Kelce. Austin Travis, an NFL star, had a very busy schedule and couldn't join Taylor for the European part of her trip. Although Taylor was tired and felt alone as she went backstage, a small sadness pulled at her. Travis had a sweet treat planned for her that she didn't know about. A soft knock on the door to her changing room woke her up. She could feel her breath getting tight as she opened it. Travis was standing in front of her with a big smile on his face. Taylor's eyes filled with tears, and her heart swelled with happiness and shock. With tears in her eyes, she began, "You didn't." "I wouldn't miss it for the world," Travis said, and his eyes lit up with love. As he pulled her into a warm hug, the outside world became less important. "But how?" "It took some doing," he said, "but I wouldn't let you finish this leg without me." He planned to surprise Taylor in London, so he flew in on a red-eye flight right after a hard practice. When he saw the pure happiness on her face, the tiredness of the trip went away. Travis showed her his last treat as he led her to a private lounge. A table set with flickering candles, her favorite lilies, and a framed picture of the two of them on their first date, a treasured moment frozen in time. Taylor gasped, and tears started to flow easily. "Travis." He got down on his knees in front of her and took her hands in his. "Taylor," he started, his voice full of feeling, "you make my life so much better than anyone else. You push me, encourage me, and improve me as a man." Taylor's mind was racing with excitement as her heart beat fast. "I know we're both crazy busy," he said, "but distance means so little when someone means so much." He pulled out a small satin box from his pocket. Tay's heart beat faster. "I want this to be official in front of everyone. Taylor Allison Swift, would you be so kind as to become my wife?" Taylor stared at Travis with a heart full of love, and time seemed to stop. She said, "Yes, 1,000 times yes," in a whisper that was hard to hear. Travis put the beautiful diamond ring on her finger, and they looked at each other with eyes that said a lot. They laughed and made promises to each other in the room, which was a safe place of love in the middle of their crazy lives. As the night went on, they danced under the moonlight, with the beautiful London city in the background. Everything went away, including the show, the crowds, and their fame. All that was left was them and the magic they had made. The next morning, word of their engagement spread all over the world. It showed how strong love can be when it can overcome distance and busy schedules. Taylor's show in London was a memorable part of their love story. It was a grand performance of a lot of different feelings. Taylor and Travis knew that their love was the best show they would ever put on as they started the next part of their trip.